Hi guys, it's Morgan, and today I'm going to be talking about episode 8 of season 2 of Scream Queens. Now if you haven't seen episode 8 of season 2 of Scream Queens and you don't want to be spoiled, stop watching the video now, go watch the episode, and then come back. Or if you don't care about being spoiled, keep watching. So here's my review of episode 8 of season 2 of Scream Queens. The episode starts off with the reveal that Wes Gardner, played by Oliver Hudson, is now a patient at the hospital. He tells Dr. Brock Holt and Dr. Cassidy Cascade about his relationship with Dean Munch, and how, when she left him, it caused him to have stomach pains. It was really nice to see Wes, since the last time we saw him was in season 1. The Chanels, Dr. Brock Holt, and Dean Munch talk to Wes about the hairball that was found in his stomach, and he says that it's there because he was eating his own hair, which was gross. I really liked that he mentioned Grace and how he said that Grace is now at Stanford, and at this moment we are led to believe that she's going to school there, but by the end of the episode we find out where Grace really is. I also thought it was really funny how Wes said to the Chanels about Grace, "Oh, she's fine, by the way. Thanks for asking." Kind of making fun of the fact that no one has mentioned her at all this season until now. Only her father has mentioned her. Not even Zayday, her best friend. I mean, did something happen between Grace and Zayday? Did they lose touch? Or did Zayday just never find the time to bring her up? If her dad hadn't mentioned her in this episode, then I would have been really upset and be like, if her dad wasn't going to mention her, then who would? Dean Munch and Dr. Brock Holt talk about whether or not Dean Munch will get back together with Wes, and she says that she might. Even though Dr. Holt is with Chanel, you could tell that he was very jealous of Wes because he's also attracted to Dean Munch. Zayday tells Chamberlain that she likes him, but he has to stop acting desperate and texting her all the time. They also talk about the green meanie costume and where it might have came from. I really liked Zayday Snapchatting and saying the gag is, since it's something that Keke Palmer, who plays Zayday, actually does in real life. Chanel and Dr. Brock Holt are at Dr. Holt's house, and while they're together, Dr. Holt is thinking about the age difference between him and Chanel, and he's also thinking about Dean Munch. I thought it was really funny when Dr. Holt was saying that the best TV show ever was MASH, and Chanel said that it was Boy Meets World. Pretty much proves the whole age difference thing. Zayday and Chamberlain set up a trap for the green meanie, and even though the green meanie escapes, Zayday is able to get a piece of the costume. During this scene, I thought they were going to take the mask off of the green meanie, but that didn't happen. Dean Munch is working out in her office when Dr. Brock Holt walks in, and he tells her that he thinks he made a mistake choosing Chanel over her. After Dr. Holt leaves, Chanel tells Dean Munch that Dr. Holt is her man, but Dean Munch tells Chanel that she can take him away from her. I thought it was really funny when Dean Munch left her own office and Chanel was still standing in there, and then Dean Munch came back and said, "Wait, this is my office, you should leave." Chamberlain talks to the Chanels about Zayday, and Chanel blocks Zayday's number on Chamberlain's phone so he won't be tempted to text her. But at a certain time, the number will unblock and Chamberlain can see if Zayday texted him at all during the day, but then the number will get blocked again. I thought it was really funny when Chanel said that even though she helped Chamberlain, she still suspects that he's the green meanie. Zayday brings the piece of the green meanie costume to a costume shop where she meets a man who tells her that he sold 3 green meanie costumes. One was sent by mail, so he never met the person who bought it, but the other 2 were picked up by an old lady. Zayday suspects that the lady who picked up the 2 costumes was Jane, but she doesn't know who had the 3rd. The man in the costume shop was pretty creepy, which I guess made sense considering the situation. Chanel tells Chanel number 3, Chanel number 5, and Hester about Dr. Brock Holt saying Dean Munch's name while they were together. Hester tells Chanel that they will learn all about Dr. Holt's error and invite him over to impress him. Even though Hester is insane, she does kinda give good advice in a weird and creepy way. Zayday calls Chamberlain to tell him that she knows who bought 2 of the Green Meanie costumes, but since her number's blocked, he doesn't answer. Zayday then confronts Jane, who tells Zayday that she had her brother murder the hospital staff during the Halloween massacre, and after her brother died, she raised her son to do the same. It's then revealed that Jane drugged Zayday's tea, which causes her to pass out. You would think after Zayday's experiences in Season 1 with the Red Devil, she would know not to go to a suspect's house alone. Dr. Brock Holt goes to the Chanel's apartment to find that the Chanels have set up a 1940s themed dinner, which he is obviously insulted by. I thought it was really funny how Chanel number 5 was dressed up as Shirley Temple and how into it she was. Dean Munch and Wes are at Dean Munch's place when the Green Meanie shows up and tries to kill them. They are able to get away and the Green Meanie leaves, and they come to the conclusion that the Green Meanie doesn't want them together, and Dean Munch suspects that it's Dr. Brock Holt. This kind of also made me suspect Grace a little bit, since she would obviously not want her father to be with Dean Munch. It's possible, but probably unlikely. Zayday wakes up tied up in a hole, having been kidnapped by Jane. I thought it was funny how she said "not again" when she woke up, kind of throwing back to Season 1 when she got kidnapped by Boone. But in that situation, Boone actually had a crush on her. We can only guess what Jane's plans for Zayday are. Dr. Brock Holt goes to Chanel's apartment and tells her that he's ready to commit to her. But later, he tells Dean Munch that he's with Chanel but wants to have an affair with Dean Munch, and she agrees. Even though Chanel is not the nicest person ever, this scene did make me feel sorry for her. Chamberlain is in the hospital basement goofing around when he finds the hairball that was in Wes, and inside the hairball is a receipt and a piece of the Green Meanie costume, which was very suspicious, and he definitely thought so too because he goes and confronts Wes about it, which probably wasn't the best idea. Chamberlain confronts Wes and tells him what he found. Wes tells Chamberlain that Grace changed because of the Chanels and is now in a mental institution, and he blames the Chanels. He also tells Chamberlain that he ate the hair on purpose so that he can get into the hospital and get revenge on the Chanels. Then he tells Chamberlain that now that Chamberlain knows this, he can't let him leave. But then he laughs and says that he's just kidding and hugs Chamberlain, and then stabs him. While Chamberlain is dying, Wes picks up his phone and sees all the text messages from Zayday, and a voicemail that says they were right that Jane was the mother of the baby. When Chamberlain went to confront Wes, I thought, you were going to die. Again, same thing with Zayday when she went to talk to Jane. Why do you confront suspicious people alone? 1, tell someone where you're going, or 2, have backup. So now we know who the 3 Green Meanies are, and since there's only 2 episodes left of Season 2, we have to wait for the characters to find out too, and then see if they'll be able to stop them. I mean, in Season 1, Hester got away with it, so who knows what will happen this season. Also, who knows if there'll be any more twists? Maybe an extra killer? Like in Season 1, Pete was revealed to be an extra killer. I guess we'll see. Also, if you didn't know this, Jamie Lee Curtis actually directed this episode, and I thought she did a pretty good job. Now, they recently finished filming Season 2, and at the moment, there hasn't been any news about whether or not there's going to be a Season 3. I really hope that there's a Season 3, but for now, we'll just have to wait and see. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.